Hey there, guys. It's Scorpio Chance, and some cool stuff happened today, so I figured, I'd do a stress test and we talk about it.
We've got a lot of hostiles
So
inside,
obviously I'm
agents.
using my
They're
baby,
holding Dr.
the
Candle and her staff. We need those personnel back to
Mosin
the base so we can get the
Nagant,
medical wing functional.
and I'm really starting to sound like a fanboy now, and I don't really want to, but at the same time, I love it. I'm getting one in a couple months. I don't actually have any cash for one at the moment. I'm definitely gonna be spoiling myself, picking one up. I actually just got a new gun today. I got a 43 Egyptian rolling block. And, it has no serial number or markings, so I'm slightly worried that it's a reproduction or that it was an unlicensed copy and not one of the actual, Egyptian Order 43 Remington. I think the Remingtons, maybe the Winchesters. I have it pulled up on my computer, but my hands are full of riders right now. I don't want it to be boring for you guys watching this, but yeah, it's my great grandfather's gun, and he actually had three guns. He had a muzzleloader. It's a musket. He had a muzzleloader musket. And my brother has that one. And he had this 43 Egyptian reproduction, I guess, because it really doesn't have any markings on it. I'm kind of worried because all the other 43 Egyptians have unit markings in Egyptian and a crescent moon and shit all over them. And I'm like, damn, mine doesn't have anything on it. All it's got is like a burned in 29 on the stock. Speaking of the stock, it's like shattered. So I have to get that fixed. Plus, it's gonna be a bitch to try to find ammo for it, or even shell casings to cast my own ammo. So whatever. But his third gun was a little bit different because the other two I think he just bought, but the third one, and it's owned by his son, my great uncle Wayne, or his other son, my great uncle Wayne, because the other one was my grandfather. It's an Arasaka, which is the Japanese infantry rifle, and it's quite interesting because he didn't buy it. He fought for it. So he was on one of the islands, the Pacific Islands, during the World War II. He was during the during World War II, and I guess he got bonsai charged because we have the bayonet for it, and he killed that guy and took his gun. Basically, it's he either used it to kill 5 other people and carved notches in the gun, which I think is unlikely, or the guy who owned it, the guy he killed for the gun, had killed 5 American soldiers beforehand with his gun. And I'm leaning towards the Japanese guy doing it because Americans didn't start doing that kind of weird trophy killing shit until Vietnam. So, or at least it's not as well known or documented. But shit, man. We went up to California, which is where he lives, a couple summers ago, and I got to see it, and it was fucking crazy, dude. So it's really rusted up because, California's gun laws are kind of crazy, and he doesn't really shoot it, he just keeps it. And recently I've thought about asking him if he'd be willing to part with it, but I doubt it. Yeah, I really want that gun. And they actually go for like 500 to 1,000 on the internet. But, that's not what I want it for. I want it as a family heirloom, the same as the 43 Egyptian. I'm not taking that to, sell it and shit. I want it because it's a family heirloom. The vast majority of my guns are family heirlooms. I own one gun, and it's private sale Ruger 2. or Ruger Mark II pistol.
Scandal and her staff are still upstairs.
And that's it.
Stashed in the kitchen at Kobe's.
And then I technically own a pump action 22 long rifle and a 30-30 lever action.
Word is that they've
and the 43 Egyptian. Also, I guess now.
To see it go to hell like
and
we used to watch games there together.
These are really cool guns. Especially the 30-30. Oh my god, I love the 30-30.
I think it's better my folks didn't live to
it's
see
so
any
good.
Of this. But then I think about all the people doing their best to keep going.
Currently, obviously, my Mosin Nagant is going to be the next gun I legitimately own, and
to get to Kobe's, you'll have to pass by some.
I'm really psyched for that.
There used to be plenty of sick people being treated there.
I'm hoping that along with the gun, I get one of the nice 440 round tubs of ammunition you can buy for them, because they're relatively cheap, and that'll give me a nice good amount of bullets to start out with. And I would be very excited. The next thing I kind of want, and I've kind of strayed from the original topic of Mosin Nagant stress test, but you guys are kind of watching it. The next thing I kind of want is another pistol, but not just any pistol. I want a Colt 1911. Not one of the newer productions. I want an original model 1911 from 1911, and that's going to be very difficult to do. Or maybe I'm just psyching myself out of it, but I personally think it's going to be rather difficult to try to get my hands on one of those, because they're very nice guns. And you know me, I've got one here. See, I'm 1911. It's not just because I'm carrying them. That's not just. Although maybe it is. I either want, like I said, an original production 1911, which may or may not be difficult. I'm sure it will be, or an SKS. And an SKS is basically, it's another Soviet gun. These ones were made primarily by the Chinese, I think, or at least those are the more common ones you can get. And they're the Norinco SKS, which is, I think, the main Chinese manufacturer of military firearms. And they're really cool because they have a built-in bayonet, I think. Or at least it looks built-in. And it actually flips out. So it generally stays under the gun in like almost a bipod arrangement, and then you can like flip it out. Either that or it just tucks in there, and then you pull it out and then you reattach it. But I think it's actually a flip out, which is it's kind of cool. It's like a switchblade built into the fucking end of my gun. And those are, you know, they're easy to get. They're like 500 to 1,000, I think. But I'm not gonna spend $1,000 on a fucking SKS. I barely want to spend 1,000 on, like, you know, a fucking LVOA. It would be worth spending more on an LVOA to get it like fucking factory spec'd out for me in Wolf Gray, because that's the way I like them, Wolf Gray, or, you know, matte black or shit. But I don't have 3,000 fucking dollars to burn on a goddamn gun. Plus, even if I buy it, I don't really have anywhere to shoot it. I mean, we generally shoot guns at my dad's friend's house, and that's where we picked up the Egyptian and the musket. But, you know, I mean, I can't just, like, go over there and shoot with him, or shoot at his house, or shoot on his property, I should say. Shoot at his house, sounds like I'm shooting. But yeah, I mean, I need to find like a range or something, and I live in the south, so that shouldn't be very hard to do. But, you know, I'm kind of lazy, and I haven't really looked into it at all, and it's something that I haven't gotten around to doing, I guess.
Morning.
And I really need to. I need to get around to doing it. There's a couple things I need to do. One of them is that. And so let's go ahead and reload this thing. Now, the cool thing about Mosin Nagant is that while they are a marksman, or their standard issue rifles for the Russian army in World War II, they were also their sniper rifles. They just slapped scopes on them, and then suddenly, hey, you've got a sniper rifle.
We're off to a good start, Agent.
Which I think is
out there,
hilarious and very Russian.
When you get back to the base,
I don't think they had a built. I don't think they had a personalized sniper rifle or a normal issue sniper rifle until they made the SVD or the SVU. I don't think. All those guns came together around the same time off of the Kalashnikov platform. It's also where they get their LMGs, their shotguns in the form of the Sega or the Saiga, whatever you want to call it. I pronounce it Sega because whatever. But yeah, I mean, these are all good guns. I like the way they look. I like the way they work. I really like this one. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. If you enjoyed watching this video and you want to hear me talk more about guns while I'm shooting, rioters, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.